Good morning.
Hi, good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm Jitendra from Cyber Software Solution.
Good morning to all of you.
Good
So
morning.
we welcome you for the session we are conducting for you guys. I'll be speaking for a while. You people just need to listen, and we'll be asking everyone to raise your question whenever session is complete. In between, you be connected with big people, and this training is regarding online classes you'll be conducting for your school and for your students. So you as you all from Panchkula and Chandigarh, I believe must many of you might be aware of this tool, how this tool to be used. This is for web conferencing, but during this time this is being extended to schools. Tool we are facilitating for you people to conduct online classes for your students. So maximum number of people we can have in a single session is 100. One will be presenter and 99 will be the people who will be receiving the broadcasting. So it will be working the same way broadcasting work. You'll start delivering a lecture and student will be able to listen and see the way you are able to see me and the way you are able to view me. But beyond this application is having more other facilities which you people can utilize. I mean, you will be inviting the student, they only can join the classes and other won't be able to join the classes. So it is password protected, it is link protected. So link you'll be sharing with the your class people only. So whoever is having access to the link, they'll be only accessing your class. Then the presenter who is presenting the class is having a facility whether to record the lecture or not. If he or she wants to record the lecture, you guys can record, but nobody else than you will be able to record without your permission. And it is up to the person who is presenting the session whether you are allowing other person to share his video or not, whether you are allowing other person to speak or not, whether you are allowing other person to share his screen or not, right? So all these things are controlled by you. And if somebody is sharing your link with somebody else and if it is not password protected, then still you have an option that if you see somebody is coming from outside of your list, you can remove that person from the conversation, so that person will be removed. And in this tool you are having a facility to use whiteboard also. Whiteboard is like a board you use in the classes. You can draw anything over there, you can write anything over there. When you use a share screen mode and you are using a whiteboard, you can present each and everything you want to present on the board. Like the way you explain some numerical problem and about mathematics, you start drawing the formulas and then you type the result. That way you can present everything on the whiteboard, and that will be delivered to the students. So this is how it will be working. So you have 4 to 5 facility. One is broadcasting is there. Second, you have a whiteboard. Third, you have uninterrupted supply to the student. You can enable a hand raise feature in the application. Hand raise feature is like a student raise a hand in the classroom and then he want to ask something. So that way here also you can allow people to hand their raise. Somebody is handing a raise, raising his hand. The broadcaster who is broadcasting will be able to know who is raising the hand. So all these features Jatinder is going to explain you in the next 30 minutes, and everything related to what you people need in a live classes that will be available here. We have two more people from our company, and one is Abhi and another is Pankaj who is attending the session. Other than all, you guys are there, so nobody else is there in the session. Jatinder, up to you. I'm switching off my mic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving this valuable information. Okay, yeah, teachers. So, what we have to do first of all here to conduct our class, we need our own personal meeting ID. So, how we can get our own personal meeting ID? For that, you need to register yourself there on the Zoom account. So, just you have to browse the Zoom account, and there you will get the option of sign up. So, first of all, you have to sign up and then you need to register. After registering you will get your personal meeting id, and just you need to share your personal meeting id with your students. So just I'll explain you that how you can do all these things. For that I'm going to share my screen here. So just explain you that how you can do all these things. just simply open the browser, and there you need to browse the zoom.us website. Here you will get an option of sign up. Just you have to click there on the sign up, and after clicking, it will ask you about your account information. So you can register yourself by your existing Google account or your existing Facebook account, or you can register a new account. So just you need to enter your email ID. After entering a email ID, you need to click on the sign up, and you will get a verification mail in your account. So there you have to verify your email. After verifying your email, you will it will ask to set the password. So there you need to enter your password, and after doing all this, will complete your registration, and you will register there. So after getting the registered there, just you need to signing here to get your personal meeting ID. So just click here in the signing. So after clicking here in the signing, you need to enter the registered detail, your email ID and password, and then you will be able to log in there on the Zoom account. So after logging there in the Zoom account, here in the your desktop, you will get an option of Zoom. It is already there. You have used the same icon. So right now you will get the option of only join meeting. But after registering, you will get uh, other features also. Like here, you are getting an option of schedule meeting. So this schedule will help you to schedule your class periods. It will help you that how you can schedule your class. So just you need to click here on the schedule option. After clicking the there in the schedule option, you will get option of topic. So there you can type your class, for example, class 6 English. So similarly, you can create your own schedule according to your lesson plans or according to your timing. Then here you need to select the date. Then you have to select the time. The session, free session can be a 40 minute, but now Zoom is providing you the extend the period. For that you need to register your school there on the Zoom account, and after getting verified, after 24 hours, you will get the permission. Then you can extend your session up to the 72 hours for a day. So there, just after selecting a date, you need to select the time. For example, on 6th 10 a.m. you want to schedule your class. So just uh, enter the date and time, and duration you have to select 30 minutes, because in the basic package only the duration is 30 minutes. Then you need to set the meeting ID. So here we have two options. One is generate automatically, the another one is a personal meeting ID. So we have to take care. If we click here on the generate automatically, then every time our meeting ID will keep changes, and our student will get confused that what meeting ID they have to use. So for in that case, we need to select a personal meeting ID, and you will get your meeting ID here, and it will be same throughout the session. This is a static meeting ID belongs to your personal, so that it will remain same. And after that, there is a password option. Just click here, require meeting ID password. Here you can set your own password, and that password you can share with your class to provide them the more security. Then you have the video option. Here in the video, you have two option: host and participant. So you have to allow both host as well as participant to start the session with video conversation. Then next is option of audio. So there you can select the audio for telephone and computer both. Then in the advanced option, there you will get four options. These are very important. The first one is enable waiting room. So it will give you feature that how you can enable a waiting room. Waiting room will allow you to access the unauthorized user to restrict them, so that till the time you are not allowing any user, he or she cannot enter in your class, cannot enter in your meeting, and you can monitor that who is sending the request, and you can block the request also. Then the next feature is enable join before host. So if you will tick this, then many of user can join before joining your. So I'll recommend that please don't check this option. The next option is mute participant on entry. Yes, I will recommend this, because it will give you a like facility that you can mute the participant when they are joining the meeting. It will help you to create lot of avoid unnecessary voices and unnecessary sounds. Then next option is automatically record meeting on your local computer, or if you are using your mobile, then in your mobile you can record the session. Only the host has a permission. Only host can record. As a teacher, if you are a host, you can only record the session, and after that nobody else can record the session. Okay, this is all about that how you can schedule a session for your class. So after scheduling this, there are many other features, like you can share your notice board, you can share the presentation, you can share the content with the student. So for that, I'll tell you that how you can share any video with your students. So simply, I'll give you the example of YouTube here. If you have any other platform, like many schools are using Mindspark, Extramark. So similarly, just you have to browse the provider here, enter their website, and you can access the that content. But I'll give you example of YouTube. So there on the YouTube, you can search any subject related video, and that you can play, and all the student can see this video. Like I'm searching the about number system. So here regarding the number system, we have a many videos available. Just we have to click, we have to search any of the video, and after that you need to just click on the play video, and all of your class, all of your students can see, and they can view, they can So in the same way, if you have a PPT, then you can show the PPT also. Like here, I want to show that how you can run a PPT. Just simply you need to open a PPT, and you have to run the PPT, and you can explain your lecture. So whatever is your subject, whatever is your topic, you can create your own PPT, and you can run in your device, and all the classes, all students can see this PPT, and you can explain about the topic one by one. Next, if you have an ebook also available in your computer, in your device, then you can share the chapters also. Like I have here the example of some books. So just open the ebook, and here you can show the chapter also. You can read the chapter. You can explain the exercise. Like here is the exercise. So you can explain the exercise, and all the student can, they can do at their home. Even you can share this each chapter or any content with them. So there in the share screen, you will get the option of share screen, then you will get the option of share file, share any media, then you have an option of share whiteboard. So now next I will show you that how you can use the whiteboard. So for that, just you have to click there on share screen. Okay, here in the share screen, just I want to add one more thing, that when you click there in the share screen, in the advanced sharing option, you will get a feature that who can share this. So you have to make restrict your student that they cannot share anything. So just you have to click there on the only host can share. So please make sure that only host can share the content, so that any student cannot share anything from their end. And again, when you click here on the share screen, then here you will get option of screen, then there is next option of whiteboard, then there is an option of iPhone, ipad feature will allow you to share your mobile, as well as if you are using your computer, your desktop, and you want to screencast your mobile there in the meeting, so same you can do there. Now I'm opening the whiteboard. This is a whiteboard. This is same like we are using in our classes. So here you can type any content. You can change the color. Here you have a multiple color options. You can select the any color. Then you can type. So similarly, you can type anything what you want to teach in your class. So you can same this whiteboard as you are using in the class. You can draw the multiple shapes. Also here you have a lot of features available here. Then if you want to erase,
Hello.
then eraser is there. Just you have to select the tool of eraser, and then you need to click here on the eraser, and it will erase everything from your whiteboard. So this is all about the whiteboard. Then next option here, we have the facility that we can chat with our class also. So there you will get the option of chat. When you click there on the chat, then you will get the option that to whom you want to chat, and what kind of like you can chat one by one. You can allow everybody to chat. Only host can chat. Host means you can send text, type the hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think there was some network issue.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so again, I'm starting with the chat option. So here on the chat option, when you click here on the chat, you will get the option that to whom you want to chat. So here we will get the option of everyone. Everyone means everyone in the meeting. If you type anything, so we can send a message to everyone. Then other option we have that host only. Host only means only you can send the messages. No student, no the participant is allowed to text anything. Then we have a
Hello,
option of everyone.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Jitendra
ma'am.
sir.
Excuse me, may I interrupt?
Yeah, please, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot hear your voice.
Hello, Jitendra sir. Can you?
Yeah, Raman sir, I can hear you, but there is some disturbance in Neha ma'am's.
नहीं, the thing is because there is no screen. जब आप chat पे बोल रहे हो
There's no
screen.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to stop my video again.
I
Can
think
you hear me now? Is it visible now? Raman
Screen is
sir?
not visible.
Yes.
Screen is
Screen means the whiteboard or the other content I show you there?
whiteboard तो ठीक था visible. जो आप chat की बात कर रहे हो दूसरी that is not visible.
The chat, the facility is there in the mobile, so it cannot be visible. It is a feature of the mobile application. So I cannot share this screen for you.
Now it's visible. It was not visible earlier.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Raman sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are saying something?
नहीं करो आप आगे continue करो.
Jitendra, can you allow me to speak, please?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So they were asking about the chat. Guys, I'm gonna share my screen. Just have a look at it.
Yes. Now it is coming.
Jitendra, allow me to share my screen.
Just a minute, sir. Right, sir. Now you can see.
So I'm gonna share my screen and I'm sharing this only. You can all see that there is an option here. Chat. If you'll go to more, then you'll be finding option chat. So whatever you'll be typing here.
Your WhatsApp is open, sir, not your Zoom screen.
You're not able to see my screen?
No, sir. We can read your WhatsApp. This is your WhatsApp screen.
No, see, this is the chat screen of Zoom group. Can you see this?
No, sir.
You're still not able to see?
No.
No.
Okay, let me try it again. I'm trying it again. I'm going it share chat. Okay, first of all, I need to go with my share screen. Okay. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Screen is.
Yes, sir.
What are you able to see? From Anukampa Sharma to everyone, we type in chat. From me to everyone, hi all, this is the chat area. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Jatinder, are you able to see this?
No, sir. I can view
No.
only your desktop.
Okay, so I believe what is happening is chat is okay. So I understood now. So I believe chat is not working when we are sharing the screen. So other than that, everything else is working.
Sir, I have the option for that. I can take the screenshot and I'll show the screenshot. Just wait for a minute.
Okay, so I'm just stopping sharing my screen. You show them how to share the screen.
Right.
So share the chat basically, not screen.
Yes, sir. Please stop your screen.
Okay. Guys, please mute your this thing mic until you are not speaking. We are getting some background noise. I believe experience will not be okay.
Okay, sir. I believe now you can see my screen here.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yes, sir. So here, there near to my cursor, you can see the option of chat.
Yeah, that chat is available now.
Yeah. So all teacher need to click here on the chat, and when she'll click there, then here you can see everyone. So from this Dropbox, she can select to whom she want to chat. So after selecting the user, if she want to send a message to everyone, just below here, there is a text box, type message here. So simply the teacher can type the message and click on the enter, and this message will go to everyone. If she want to chat with a specific student, then from the Dropbox, she need to select the user, select the student, and after selecting the student, she can type the message and can send to the particular student. So I guess this option is clear for all now.
Yeah.
So can we continue, sir?
I believe problem was different, Jatinder. Problem they were having is they were, I believe they might be thinking the way I was thinking, like during sharing the screen, whether we are able to show the chat while sharing the screen or not. I believe that option is not available. While we are sharing the screen, we cannot, show the chat to all the people.
Sir, this facility is also here. If you have shared your screen, then at the top of side you will get the menu bar. There you will get the option of chat facility. So there you will have to click again.
No, I did that, Jatinder. But I was able to type my chat. I was able to read other chat. But other people were not able to see that particular part in my screen when I was sharing it.
Okay, that may be not here.
So guys, so that facility is not available, and I believe that is right also. When you are sharing your screen, there is no, requirement of sharing your chat window to other people. So this feature is available in the backdrop only. You can see what people are typing, and other people you may not be able to see what actually you are typing at that particular point of time.
Okay, sir.
So Raman sir, your team can come up with the queries now, and Jatinder is open for the session to entertain your queries.
Sir,
so guys, one by one.
Yeah, let me show them the sample of the timetable so that they can create according to that.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. So there is a sample
could you
of the
please
yeah, ma'am.
could you please repeat the whiteboard part? I missed that.
Okay, ma'am. So I'll repeat it again. So first of before that, I just want to explain this timetable part. So after this, I'll show that how you can use the whiteboard. So this is a sample timetable which generally all the schools are creating for their students. So simply just class wise you can create a timetable, and this timetable you can share as a part of circular with all your students. So what you have to do, you have to schedule the periods which you want to take for a particular day. Like here they on the Monday they are taking two periods. One is mathematics, the second is science, and this is a timing 10 to 10:40 is a timing for mathematics period. Then next 12 to 12:40 is science periods. So here you can mention the teacher name if you want. Then here you have to mention the teacher ID. So this should be a static permanent meeting ID of the student. So that student will not get confused, and just if they want to join the class, just they need to enter the class after entering this Zoom meeting ID. So I guess you all clear about this sample timetable. So similarly, you can create the timetable for your own school also.
Sir, this Zoom ID remains same once we create?
Ma'am, once you register yourself there on the Zoom account, then it will remain same. But if you will not register yourself, and every time when you will start a meeting, start a session, it will generate a random ID there. So that's why initially I told you that you have to register yourself there on the Zoom account.
Yes. So I registered myself for all my classes. It will remain same. Suppose for third day I'm taking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it will remain same. Just only your student need to know the your meeting ID and the timing.
And what about third A? If I'm taking maths, that meeting ID is there. And for third B, then I have to create a new meeting with new set of students.
Timing
Zoom
will be
ID.
different, ma'am. Timing will be different, but your meeting ID will be same.
Hello, Alka ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Alka, your ID, it will remain same for all classes.
It will remain same for all classes. Yes.
Third, C, fourth, fifth, you have to share only one ID to that class. Particular class you have to send key. At this time, we will start the session. For example, 10 to 10:40. Then only
Yes.
we will open this.
Ma'am, you
Sir,
have
it does
a
not change
facility
subject
of,
wise.
It will
ma'am,
remain.
you have a facility of, scheduling the meeting. So the way you are making a timetable, you'll be scheduling these webinar as per that also. So timetable and your schedule will remain the same. So automatically those classes will start on that particular point of time. As you've registered, your ID remains same. So you've already distributed timing with the student. You've already created the schedule on the platform. So you'll be able to just change your class and section from one subject to another subject. You keep on taking the classes as per your schedule, and student will be able to see because wherever you will be creating a session, you'll be sharing the details and ID with all those set of students for which those sessions are meant, and as per that students will be coming and attending all those classes. So it is almost similar the way conduct classes in school, just it is working virtually. Other than that, everything remains same.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I got a question of whiteboard. So again, I am sharing the whiteboard here. So for that, just again, you need to click on the share screen. When you will click on the share screen, you will get multiple options. First option is share screen, means you can share your mobile screen, you can share your desktop screen. The next option is a whiteboard. So you have to select the whiteboard. After selecting the whiteboard, you need to click on the share option. So when you click on the share option, it will open the whiteboard. So here on the whiteboard, you have multiple tools. You can type, you can draw, you can erase, you can change the color of your font, you can change the size of your font. So multiple options are available here. So for that, just if you want to type, and click on the text. The text is there. Just enter there, and you can select and start this typing.